This is the biggest box I've opened on the channel. And if we're paying scalper prices for a GPU these days, might as well just buy a pre-build and get a few more extra parts. So in this video, we're going to be checking out what's inside this, how good is this pre-built PC, and is it good for creators? A lot of bubble wrap, Fierce PC bag. That's a bit more normal size PC box. Please take the protective packaging out of the computer before turning it on. Yeah. That's pretty cool. So, what graphics card did we get? We got the MSI RTX 3070 Gaming X Trio, which actually I used on a previous build, so I'm quite happy about this graphics card. Uh-oh. Look at that, that's installed wrong. This bracket is actually bent and it's holding onto the fans. Let me see if the fans even spin. Yeah, the fans spin. This should be right there. And it's completely bent, so this is not doing anything over here. The GPU sag is still there, so they've completely bent it in there. They have used only one CPU cable or CPU port, so they're not using two separate ones, which would be better to use. Ryzen 5600X with one of these very small stock coolers. Let's see how well that does. 700 watt power supply, 80 plus bronze, so not a very good power supply over here. Yikes. Obviously, cable management isn't the strong suit over here. I mean, they have sipped this together. I mean, these cables, one of them is actually behind there. That could have been, you know, sorted here because there's actually strips over here. But understand, it's pre-built. No one wants to spend too much time on this. You just kind of push them in here, there. We've got a 1 terabyte hard drive over there. SSD 240 gigabyte one. This is A520MK, so it's like one of the cheapest motherboards you can get for this. Let's see what RAM do we have. XPG. This is, oh! I got better RAM that was advertised. Advertised RAM was 3000 megahertz RAM, but this is a 3200 megahertz RAM. So that's good. There is no upgrade path available for this because there's only two slots on the motherboard. Yeah, I think I got it off. And we have like, these are 200 millimeter fans, I think. But it's quite pointless to have them that big because most of it is still stuck like on the side. As you can see, the airflow goes only in the middle, so it's kind of just for aesthetics. Like, it looks like this graphics card is the main piece of this, you know, PC, because the rest of it is just like the absolute cheapskates. Let's see what's in this box. Manufacturer's warranty, privacy. Oh, MSI, that's good. That came from the graphics card box. We have remote LED light, so I guess we're gonna try that out in a moment. This is some case accessories and some zip ties and stuff, blah, blah, blah. Okay, there is an M.2 screw over here with a standoff, and we have some RGB cables. These are for the motherboard as well. Wi-Fi dongle as well. So you get Wi-Fi because the motherboard doesn't have Wi-Fi, so you can plug this one in over there, and then we can have Wi-Fi. Moment of truth. Plug that in. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, that's good. The XMP is actually applied. Let me see if the fan controls, if they have done anything. No, it's just standard. The cool thing is they have pre-configured the RGB, which is pretty good. So if you just want to plug it in and straight away. Oh, let's have a look if we can do. Ah, look at that. Let's get some Unicom VOM over here. So if you're wondering how much does this GPU cost inside of this configuration, I just literally went with like the AMD Ryzen system, and there's some Intel systems as well, or something that was just literally the cheapest that would have RTX 3070 in, because that's like the main thing we wanted for our next build. So basically we're gonna salvage this one. Maybe the power supply, I'm not sure. We can salvage the hard drive and the SSD. And then that's pretty much it. Now, if you are from the US, I'm gonna leave the best, like the cheapest option in the description as well. If you wanna get just this from Amazon, buy that system and then get lots of, you know, extra parts for your system, but at least you're gonna get this graphics card with it as well. Okay, that's good. All the hard drive and the SSD is actually pre-configured, so you can straight away start using them, which is very, very good. Sometimes you don't get that, which is, you know, very nice. New volume, you can name it whatever you want. Honestly, out of the box, this PC is absolutely snappy as anything. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do a multi-core test. Start the multi-core rendering. Let's have a look. Literally zero airflow. There's absolutely nothing coming from here. Okay, that CPU cooler is not very good. I mean, one thing is quite impressive, and that is that the PC is so quiet. The fans are like not kicking in at all, and it's 77, 78. Look at that. GPU is pulling 220 watts, and one of these cables is rated at 150. So CPU, 89 degrees. Ooh. Like, these fans are doing literally nothing. The fans are not pushing anything out really. 91 degrees. Yikes. Let's see the clock speeds here. 4.2, pulling 240. GPU 66C. Ooh, that's very toasty. Like, the whole case is like getting warm. I mean, CPU is throttling now, 95 degrees. Okay, we're gonna stop that. I'm gonna go to BIOS and see if I can manually put all the fans at 100%, because that is like not okay. CPU temperature is still 71 degrees and it's not even cooling it down so well. I'm not sure if this is the cooler that comes in the box, but the 3600X comes with a better cooler in the box because it will run much faster. Okay, let's see, chassis fans. Let's put them at full speed. Okay, these chassis fans are literally for show. These fans do zero for the thermal performance of this PC. Look at our poor CPU. It's just literally not cooling down. When it heats up, it's not cooling down because it can't cool it down. Like, when it's warm inside there, that's it. The CPU is just running idle right now at 73C. That is ridiculous. That is so bad thermals for this.
Don't tell me.
No way. So basically what I just discovered is that these fans in the case aren't controlled by the motherboard, but by this remote. So there's this one button over here on this remote, and then this green, that actually just changes the fan speed of these case fans, which is absolutely ridiculous because when you're gaming, you're not thinking, oh, what's my CPU temperature? I might get the fans up. You want the motherboard to control them. There's only two options as well. Full speed or no speed. Oh my word. I just noticed something. I am pretty sure these SATA ports shouldn't be like that. There are two SATA ports that are bent straight out of the box. That's the thing with pre-builds. Like,
you never know what you're gonna get.
You might get something, you know, goodish, but this is, everything else is dead cheap apart from the GPU. I'm gonna start the benchmark and then let's see what happens with the CPU over here. The CPU is a little bit cooled down now, but let's see. There is like 100% utilization, so it's ramping up a little bit. I'm gonna leave this one on because I just wanna see the thermal performance now. Now I've put the fans in full speed, so let's see if that does anything better. Just to quickly show how this was much cheaper to buy this pre-built PC than actual, you know, MSI gaming GPU. So first of all, this is the RTX 3070 Gaming X Trio. We have the same card over there, and as you can see, this costs 1,400 quid. And for this gaming PC, we're paying 1,550 quid. So for extra 150 quid, you're gonna get 654 quid worth of stuff. We're going to be using this hard drive and the SSD, and that's really roughly going to break us even. We're going to put a better processor and better cooler and all of that for the next build, so stay tuned, subscribe if you want to see that. So if you want to get something like that, get a PC like this one over here, and there you go. While we're doing this, you can see our Blender benchmark is running in the background, and it's running at 86C. Now it's not affecting our performance right here at the moment. As you can see, our clock speeds are still 4.3 gigahertz, which is quite good, but it's still running very toasty. In conclusion, if you want a cheap graphics card, you might want to just get like the cheapest pre-built PC that has the graphics card inside. So you know, you just check this out. I'm gonna leave some options in the description below if you're watching from the US, maybe Germany, Canada, and UK. So check out those listings in there. I'm gonna, you know, give you the best bang for buck options if you want to just get the graphics card for the cheapest. But if you're wondering if you should just buy the pre-build and then just, you know, work on it, then it's kind of hard to justify this, just because I'm gonna show you this now. It's just a bad quality of everything. The thermals aren't very good. The CPU cooler isn't very good, what comes with it. So let me show you the really, really bad part of this build. There we go. But now check this out. This is like really bad over here. If we get a real close-up over here, you can see that these SATA ports are completely bent off the motherboard. Can you see that? These should be like that, and this is very, very, very bad. Both of these are absolutely bent off the face of the earth. It's a miracle they actually even work. We got the graphics card, so the rest of it can go in the bin. Not in the bin, not in the bin, not in the bin. We're just gonna use it for like maybe future builds and things like that, different parts from this. So thanks guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. It actually makes a difference, helps me to pay my bills, and you know, the subscribe and, you know, YouTube algorithm, they all go together, and then, you know, it just all works. Thank you very much if you choose to do so. If you have anything to add, I'll meet you in the comment section below, and we're gonna chat over there. Also, if you want me to check out any other pre-builds, let me know in the comment section below, and maybe we can do that as well, and reviewing more pre-builds for the creators. This one over here, a bad option for creators, but an okay option to get a graphics card very cheap. Thanks guys for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.